What's going on, everyone? So, according to Evan Sinery, the Los Angeles Lakers recently inquired about Nikola Vucevic from the Chicago Bulls, and that the Lakers have kind of made calls and are shopping around to try to find upgrades at the center spot. So, according to him, Los Angeles is calling around, attempting to find a center upgrade, which also includes Robert Williams III and Jonas Valanciunas. After acquiring Dorian Finney-Smith, the Lakers are setting up for another move. So it looks like the Lakers are trying to at least do their due diligence still, which is really good. Again, reports have kind of been all over the place. We're getting closer and closer to the trade deadline, and we're still, just under a month out. But as we ramp up, you're just going to get more and more reports, more and more information, right? Get reports that they want wings and athletes and this, that, and the other, and then, oh no, we want some centers, and then, oh no, we want to wait for Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent. It's like, okay, which direction are we going here, right? But that's good, right? Because it means that they're trying to explore every possible outlet. The more stuff that's out there, the more opportunity that's there, the more likely something is going to get done. Like I said, the hard part, in my opinion, has already happened, which was getting that 3-and-D wing. That was, in my opinion, probably the hardest part, because every team is trying to get a guy like that. I mean, literally, it was like 12 hours prior. It looked like he was on his way to Memphis. And then, boom, things, life comes at you fast. Things change very quickly, especially in the NBA. Next thing you know, he's a Los Angeles Laker, and he's been great for us, right? I mean, imagine what he'd be doing right now on Memphis. So it's a good thing, one, we kept him from Memphis, and two, we were able to add him to our team. So I do like seeing these reports that the Lakers are doing their due diligence. They're inquiring on this guy and that guy and, trying to upgrade the roster because we still need moves. We're better. I like us, not as a contender. Right? So we need to keep making moves. But Nikola Vucevic, right? Talked about him in the past. I'm not against getting him. In all honesty, he probably is one of the biggest ceiling raisers for the Lakers. I talk about it all the time, like that singular guy, right? Like, what's that? The one, if you were just to get one guy, what's that one guy that would raise the ceiling? Nikola Vucevic is one of those, in my opinion, right? Talk about a legit 20-and-10 guy that can make plays out of the post, right? Kind of fits LeBron and AD's timeline. He's very obtainable. You could go and trade for him and still go and trade for another piece or two, right? Like, you could easily still go trade for a Bruce Brown or something if you wanted to do that. So you wouldn't even have to stop at Nikola Vucevic. Supposedly, he can be had for 2 seconds. There is a real argument to kind of just, go get him and figure it out. My only concern with going in and getting Nikola Vucevic is LeBron James and how many minutes would he have to play at the 3? And how do you kind of configure that to make that work and make sense, right? Like, my concern, one, is him having to play the 3 kind of full time at that point, because between Anthony Davis and Nikola Vucevic, you have this 40 minutes or 35 minutes of each. And then LeBron kind of trying to fit in. Now, you could do on defense, Anthony Davis is on the strong side and LeBron moves to the weak side. But then that kind of removes the benefit of Anthony Davis on the weak side as the weak side help, right? Nikola Vucevic, yeah, he could get you a steal and a block, but he's not really this superb rim protector. He's not the Walker Kessler to kind of put in perspective, right? On the defensive side of things, at least, right? He can hold his own a little bit. If you can kind of funnel guys, he can clean it up. He can stay within range. So, guy like Dorian Finney-Smith, when Jared Vanderbilt gets back at some point, right? You'll see he'll be able to be serviceable at times. He's shooting the lights out of the basketball. Is that sustainable? He's shooting 43% three-point rate. Is that sustainable? He's done it through 30 games. You'd think eventually the law of averages would, come to the Lakers, and usually the law of averages start to work their way out. But, he's a guy that makes a ton of sense. You'd be big, you'd be versatile, right? You could always have a big man out there, Nikola and Davis, and just kind of flip-flop them back and forth. Davis gets to play more 4, right? LeBron can kind of just slot him in different places. See, the beauty of LeBron is that he can pretty much slot anywhere if you need, for position's sake. But my biggest concern is you don't want to wear him down. Because I don't care who you get. You can go get Nikola Vucevic and still go get a Bruce Brown. And if LeBron's not healthy or he's on one leg come playoff time, you're in trouble, right? So although LeBron has, in his credit and in his defense, he's been a lot more active and on both sides of the ball, really. But like particularly the defensive side of things. I mean, he's been a lot more active. Right? I mean, how many times last year and earlier this season did we see LeBron just like take possessions off? Like multiple possessions like in a row where he's just kind of standing there. He had a couple of those in the Houston game though, right? He had a couple sequences where he was slotted at the three. He was on the strong side. All the action was there and the ball swung and he didn't even make an attempt to get out. He just turned around and tried to box out for the rebound. It's like, could you at least make an attempt? I think the guy missed it on the sequence that I'm messing, but he was like wide open. It's things like that. You got to be more active. You just have so much more responsibility out there on the strong side that you gotta be able to be active. You gotta be getting after it and chasing down loose balls and defending, quicker, twitchier, more athletic wings and guards, right? Like, is that what's best for LeBron? Like I said, he's been doing it a lot more thus far, so that is beneficial, right? If he can kind of keep that stamina up. Also, you could argue, if you get enough talent on the roster, right? Like through a Nikola Vucevic, and then, like I said, you go get a Bruce Brown or whoever, right? Just using him as an example, but get that like point of attack guard. Boom, you bring these guys in. You might have enough now talent overall to where LeBron doesn't have to do as much. He doesn't have to worry about as much. He doesn't have to focus on as much. He doesn't have to go get you 30 a night just for you to have a chance to win, right? You're kind of just more within range. So there are, I think, pros and cons to it. It's kind of one of those things, though, with Nikola Vucevic is that, like, even if you just, like, remove all of the noise of, like, what about this? What about this? What about, right? Like, just on the, like, Nikola Vucevic as a player, does he help? Yes. Does he fit a need? Yes. Is he, at value trade-wise? He's below a value trade-wise, right? Because he can be had for 2 seconds, supposedly, assuming that that's true, right? Which I think probably might not be, because you just think that somebody would have already gotten him for 2 seconds, right? Like, the Warriors supposedly are incredibly interested in him, right? And wanted to pivot to him and are heavily targeting him. If it's 2 seconds, like, they could easily just go trade for him. So I don't know, unless Chicago's just kind of waiting it out, because there are several teams that are interested in him. So maybe that could be, but and then it's just like, okay, so you got the value part, and then it's like, could he potentially raise the ceiling enough to make you a contender? I mean, you're adding another 2010 guy. You're adding size, versatility. Like, him alone might just be too good to pass up. Like, I still believe you just need a serviceable center, right? Jonas Valanciunas, Nick Richards, Day'Ron, just somebody serviceable that can slot in, come in and play some minutes, and focus more out on the perimeter. Like, I wouldn't want to get Nikola Vucevic and then not go get another perimeter guy, right? So if you get Nikola, great, fine, let's do it. But I still think you need to get another perimeter guy. So whatever you got to do to make that happen, I think you got to do that. But if you can work something out to go get him, it might just, again, the value might just be too good. The impact could be too impactful. Again, I don't think you need like a 2010 center, right? But he's so much cheaper than everyone else, again, assuming that those reports are true, that it feels like it's something that'd be difficult to be like, you know what? We should just stay away. So I think that's why you keep hearing these reports. I think the Lakers are kind of like, let's just kind of be, I think it's one of those things like, if we get him, sure. If we don't, no big deal. And I think the Lakers are probably looking at it that way too. Because if the Lakers like wanted him, I'm pretty sure that this would have already been done. I'm pretty sure that they would have already probably made this move, right? Like, or you'd imagine that they would have. So the fact that this hasn't gotten done kind of signals to me that, like, they're interested, but they're not, like, rushing for the door to go get him. That they're probably looking at it kind of like how I am, which is like, hey, like, he's not, like, we have to go run and get him before it's too late. But if we end up defaulting to him, cool. Like, don't get me wrong, if we got news later today that the Lakers traded for Nikola Vucevic, man, like, trust me, I'd be bummed. Probably won't happen today, or, because they're still on that road trip, the Dallas road trip, so probably be a little while, but they do come back to LA for like 3 games, I think, after this one, so maybe that's around the corner. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you like the idea of Nikola Vucevic? Do you think, like, he's the answer? That's the guy. You need to go get him. You need to go make that move. Do you think, no, stay away from Nikola Vucevic? Not the answer. Just get a serviceable backup big. Go get, 2, 3 and D wings or whatever. Go get, like, a Bruce Brown and a Cody Martin, and then just go get a Valanciunas. Let's go win a championship. However you feel, whatever your thoughts are. Either way, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.